Hello students, in 7th video lecture of chapter electrochemistry, you will study towards nickel cadmium storage cell, fuel cell, corrosion, factor affecting corrosion, prevention of rusting, etc. Now, details about nickel cadmium storage cell. Nickel cadmium storage cell is also common storage battery. It is more expensive than lead storage battery, but it is light, therefore used in calculator, portable power tools, etc. It works as a voltaic cell consisting of an anode of cadmium and cathode of hydrated nickel oxide. Hydrated nickel oxide means nickel oxide containing water particle with it. The electrolyte in the cell is aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide. In this cell, cadmium work as anode, whereas hydrated nickel oxide work as cathode. So in anode reaction means oxidation of reaction. Cadmium cadmium get oxidized into cadmium hydroxide by reaction with hydroxide of the electrolyte. In this cell, potassium hydroxide works as electrolyte. Therefore, in anode reaction, cadmium react with hydroxide to form cadmium hydroxide and lose 2 electrons. In reactant, oxidation number of cadmium is 0. In product, that is +2. Therefore, it is oxidation half reaction, that is anode reaction. Now, reaction at cathode. At cathode reaction, hydrated nickel oxide take 2 electron, which was eliminated during the oxidation half reaction. Now nickel oxide get converted into nickel hydroxide as well as also form hydroxide ion. So in this cathode reaction, oxidation number of nickel in reactant is +4 and in product is +2. Therefore, it is reduction half reaction. In overall reaction, we may write the overall reaction by adding oxidation half reaction and reduction of reaction. It is cadmium react with nickel oxide and water to form cadmium hydroxide and nickel hydroxide. Now, in recharging, as you already know that during recharging, the reaction is found to be reverse of the discharging reaction. So, this is the recharging reaction. In that, cadmium hydroxide and nickel hydroxide react to form cadmium plus nickel oxide and water. Now, fuel cell, most important. Fuel cell, by the name clear that in this cell, fuel energy means fuel which give the heat energy. That heat energy get converted into electrical energy. Fuel cell are another means by which chemical energy may be converted into electrical energy. The main disadvantage of a primary cell is that it can deliver current for short period only. This is due to the fact that the quantity of oxidizing and reducing agent is found to be limited. But in the case of fuel cell, it is not so. If fuel, like in the case of hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, fuel hydrogen and oxygen is supplied, then it gives the energy, electrical energy, continuous electrical energy generated in fuel cell after the combustion of hydrogen and oxygen. So one of the example is hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. The cell is consist of 3 compartments separated by a porous electrode made up of graphite, that is the allotrope of carbon. Hydrogen gas is introduced into one compartment and oxygen gas is fed into another compartment. Like in this figure, from right side, oxygen, and from left side hydrogen gas enter in the chamber. The middle chamber is the chamber for electrolytic solution. At the place of electrolytic solution, sodium hydroxide is used. These gases, that is hydrogen and oxygen, then diffuse only slowly through the electrodes and react with an electrolyte that is in the central compartment. The electrode are made of porous carbon and electrolyte is a resin containing concentrate aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. Hydrogen is oxidized at anode and oxygen is reduced at cathode. So in this figure, oxygen oxygen move towards cathode and hydrogen towards anode. So the cell reaction at cathode and anode can be written as: at anode, hydrogen get oxidized, which react with, means hydrogen react with hydroxyl ion of sodium hydroxide to form water and eliminate 2 electron. In the reactant, oxidation number of hydrogen is 0 and in product oxidation number of hydrogen is +1. Therefore, this is oxidation half reaction. Now reaction at cathode. At cathode, oxygen get reduced. So water and electron produced in oxidation half reaction react with oxygen in cathode half reaction to form hydroxide ion. So cathode reaction will be O2 plus 2H2O plus 4 electron. It get converted into hydroxyl ion. So here oxidation number of oxygen in reactant is 0 and in product is -2. Therefore, it is reduction reaction. To write overall, here in the case of anode reaction only 2 electron is evolved, but in cathode 4 electron is taken. It is for balance the both half reaction. Therefore, in the oxidation half reaction multiplied by 2 so that electron can be adjusted in the cathode half reaction. In overall reaction, if we add anode half reaction and cathode half reaction, then we get overall reaction. In that, hydrogen react with oxygen to form water. This type of cell are used in spacecraft. First of all, this cell was used in Apollo space program. The water vapors produced during process were condensed and added to the drinking water supply for astronaut. So this reaction, this cell is pollution. The reaction which take place in this cell is found to be pollution free. In this cell, the product water form, that is found to be in vapor form, which is after condensation used as drinking water by the astronaut. These cells produce electricity with an efficiency of about 70% compared to the thermal plant whose efficiency is about 40%. So electricity produced in thermal plant is found to be 40% efficient, but in fuel cell it is found to be 70% efficient, means it is better than the electricity produced in thermal power plant. Fuel cell in the process. Fuel cells are in the process to be used new generation vehicle. Fuel cell may be may also use in fuel cell at the place of fuel, methane, ethane, butane and other fuel can be used, because in this cell the main purpose to take the fuel is to produce heat energy, that is the combustion energy that required to produce electricity. Because the main purpose of the cell is to convert heat of combustion into electricity. Efficiency of fuel cell. Efficiency of fuel cell is equal to useful work done upon heat of combustion multiplied by 100. So here useful work done is equivalent to the standard change in Gibbs energy of the reaction upon, it is equal to useful work done equivalent to the standard change in Gibbs energy heat of combustion, that is indicated by delta H naught, means standard change in enthalpy of combustion multiplied by 100. So as we know that standard change in Gibbs energy is found to be equal to minus NFE naught cell. So final equation for efficiency is minus NFE upon delta H into 100. In present situation, we are studying towards hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. If we take both oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction, here in oxidation half reaction, the standard electrode potential is found to be minus 0.83 volt, and in the case of cathode half reaction, standard electrode potential is found to be plus 0.40 volt. So if we add both half reaction containing its electrode potential, we get 2H2 plus O2, that gives 2H2. So if you want to take the cell potential, standard cell potential, in that situation we add cathode standard electrode potential of cathode, uh, we take the difference of standard cathode potential and standard anode potential. So here cathode potential is 0.4 volt and anode potential is 0.83 volt. So that will be equal to plus 1.23 volt. After obtaining the value of standard cell potential, we may find out standard change in Gibbs energy. So standard change in Gibbs energy is minus NFE naught cell. So here number of transferred electron is 2. F is Faraday constant and is the standard cell potential. So the electron value transferred to 96,500 is the Faraday constant value, and E naught cell, that is standard cell potential, we calculated as 1.23 volt. Therefore it will be equal to 237.39 kilojoule per mole. After getting the change in Gibbs energy value, standard change in Gibbs energy value, we may find out the efficiency of the cell also. So all the term now clear. Here standard change in Gibbs energy is 237.39 kilojoule per mole. Change in enthalpy of combustion to 85.8 kilojoule per mole. So finally we get the efficiency of the fuel cell is 83%. Now next topic is corrosion. Class, as you already know that corrosion is the process in which given metal get weak. This is also defined as the process by which metal have a tendency to go back to their combined state. Means metal get react with atmospheric gases and get corrode. In short, we can say that reverse of extraction of metal is known as corrosion. In the case of corrosion, corrosion is a process. In this, the process of withering away of metal due to attack of atmospheric gases on the surface of metal, resulting into the formation of compound such as oxides, sulfates, sulfides, carbonate, etc. is known as corrosion. The process of corrosion of iron is known as rusting. So, corrosion is the process which is taken for all kind of metal. In that metal react with atmospheric gases and moisture to form one layer around it. Due to that, the metal is found to be weakened. Its strength is found to be decreased. The corrosion process in the case of iron, we say this one as rusting. So chemically rust is chemically the hydrated oxide of iron having the formula Fe2O3 into X(S)2O. Other example of corrosion of metal are tarnishing of silver and those of copper and bronze, etc. Corrosion of copper and bronze form a greenish coating on the surface. The corrosion of metal, particularly iron, causes damage to building, dams, bridges, etc. In this way, after that, we have to know toward the mechanism of corrosion. Corrosion is a redox process by which metal are oxidized by oxygen in the presence of moisture. The mechanism can be understood by taking the example of rusting of iron. The theory of rusting of iron is known as electrochemical theory. In electrochemical theory, the rusting of iron is based on cathode and anode half reaction. In that situation, we may divide the rusting of iron in different steps. Like in first step, water vapor present in contact with iron surface have dissolved CO2 and O2 from air. So, the water particle in vapor form present at the iron, that is, we may take at the particular metal also, react with carbon dioxide to form carbonic acid, H2CO3. Now, the surface of iron is covered with an aqueous solution of carbonic acid. Means after the formation of carbonic acid surround the surface of iron, which undergo dissociation to a small extent. At the surface of iron, the carbonic acid present that get dissociate into hydrogen ion and carbonate ion. Same time, the carbonic acid is aqueous solution. Since carbonic acid is aqueous, therefore water is also found to be ionized, that is get dissociate into hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion. In steps second, we write the electrode reaction. So in second step involve oxidation of iron. In the oxidation of iron, iron get oxidized into ferrous ion. In this case, iron lose 2 electron and get oxidized into iron having 2 plus charge, that is ferrous ion. In reactant, oxidation number of iron is 0 and in product plus 2. Therefore, it is oxidation half reaction which take place at anode. In oxidation half reaction, potential is found to be minus 0.44 volt. Now, step third. In step third, we study towards reduction half reaction. In reduction half reaction, oxygen plus water react with electron which released during the process of oxidation reaction to get converted into hydroxyl ion. In this situation, the potential value is found to be 1.23 volt. We may detail the reduction half reaction. In this case, hydrogen ion take electron and get reduced into hydrogen atomic form. Now, atomic form of hydrogen react with oxygen to form water. If we combine both the step, we may write the reduction half reaction as O2 plus 4H plus 4 electron get converted into water. Reduction potential is found to be 1.23 volt. As the concentration of hydrogen ion has lowered, that is pH is raised, the reduction of oxygen become less probable and less favorable. It is experimentally found that iron does not rust when it is in contact with solution of pH 9 to 9 or 10. So if the pH value that is basic in nature means 9 to 10, in the range of 9 to 10, at that time the iron rust iron is unable from rusting, means iron does not rust. If we add both half reaction, that is oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction, then we get 2Fe plus O2 plus 4H plus ion react to form ferrous ion water molecule. So here standard cell potential is found to be 1.67 volt. Now in step 4, ferrous ion react with oxygen and water to form ferric oxide Fe2O3 and release hydrogen ion, means medium is found to be acidic. Hydrated ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3, come in contact with water and form hydrated oxide, that is Fe2O3 into X particle of water. So this is known as hydrated ferric oxide. The process of rusting we may understand easily with this figure. In this figure, cathode and anode both half reaction is shown. In that case, we may write the reaction in brief. Iron, in the oxidation half reaction, iron get oxidized into ferrous ion. In the case of reduction, that is cathode half reaction, oxygen react with hydrogen ion and take electron to form water. After the oxidation and reduction reaction, ferrous ion which formed during the oxidation react with oxygen and water to form ferric oxide and hydrogen ion. Now ferric oxide react with water vapor to form hydrated ferric oxide. So this is known as rust. Now factor affecting corrosion. So different factor which corrode the particular metal, which may be standard reduction potential. If the standard reduction potential is less, which indicate the greater is the tendency of corrosion. So in other words, we may say that more is the reactivity of metal, greater is the tendency of corrosion. Second point, strains and corrosion. Corrosion of metals occur more readily at point of strain, bend, nick and scratches. Next one is impurity of metal and corrosion. If the given metal is impure, at that time corrosion is found to be fast. So presence of impurity in metal increase the probability of their corrosion. Pure metal like pure iron does not undergo rusting. So for rusting, if the given metal is impure, then the rusting process is found to be fast. Next point is salinity of water and corrosion. If water is saline, it helps in flow of current in micro electrochemical cell on the surface of iron and hence increase the process of corrosion. On hills, heavy snowfall take place in winter and salting of road is done. So after heavy snowfall, the road cover with snow. So to eliminate, to melt snow, salting is found to be take place at road. So at that time, the road becomes salty and thus auto vehicle undergo greater rusting on such hills. So in short we can say that if saline condition is there, at that time rusting process is found to be fast. Next is pollution and corrosion. The acidic oxide like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide etc. present in air act as catalyst for corrosion. Means these gases react with water vapor in the atmosphere to form acid, and acid responsible to increase the rate of corrosion. Now prevention of rusting. Prevention of rusting is not only important from the point of view of economy but also from the point of view of safety. Prevention of corrosion not only saves money but also prevents accident due to the collapse of bridges and buildings. Some important prevention are here. First one is using anti-rust solution. So anti-rust solution means the solution which prevent the rusting or corrosion. Alkaline phosphate and alkaline chromate solution are the commonly used anti-rust solution. Alkaline phosphate tend to form an insoluble film of iron phosphate on the surface of iron, thereby protecting it from corrosion. In addition, the alkaline nature of anti-rust solution decrease the availability of hydrogen ion. So if the hydrogen ion comes, the alkaline nature get neutralize the hydrogen ion, which facilitate the oxidation of ferrous iron to ferrous. These solutions are used to prevent rusting of radiator of car and water cooler. Next point is barrier protection. It is one of the simplest method of preventing corrosion. In this method, a barrier or coating applied to prevent the surface of metallic object from coming in contact with atmosphere. So, barrier protection may be achieved by oil paints on the surface of metal prevent its contact with moist air. By applying grease or oil on the surface of iron tools and other objects, rusting can be prevented. Nichrome, that is nickel plus chromium plating on the surface of iron also act as barrier between metal and atmosphere. Biphenol. Bisphenol is an important chemical which can be applied on the surface of metal to avoid corrosion. So these are the some coating process of the metal so that corrosion can be prevented. Next point is sacrificial protection. In this case, the coating of particular less reactive metal with more reactive metal take place. In this method, the surface of iron is coated with more active metal than iron. This achieves metal loses electron that is undergo oxidation in preference to iron. For example, if we want to prevent the corrosion of iron, then we should coat the iron with such metal which should more reactive than iron. For example, zinc used to coat iron so that rusting of iron can be prevented. So in such situation, iron made as cathode and zinc which taken as anode. So during the process of electrolysis, zinc which work as anode move at the surface of cathode, that is iron, and a thin film of zinc form around the iron. In this way, iron get protect from corrosion. Zinc metal is the most stable metal to cover iron surface. The process of coating the iron surface by zinc is known as galvanization or electroplating. This you already know. Zinc metal present on the surface of iron form a thin protective layer of basic zinc carbonate, that is zinc carbonate, zinc hydroxide. So basic zinc carbonate means zinc carbonate having zinc hydroxide. Due to the reaction between zinc, oxygen and carbon dioxide and moisture in air. So if we write the reaction to coat the iron with zinc, we may write the reaction. In electroplating of iron taken as cathode and zinc as anode. So since zinc work as anode, therefore here oxidation take place. In that situation, oxidation take place, and iron which work as cathode, therefore their reduction take place. Zinc will undergo oxidation in preference to iron. Since standard reduction potential of zinc is less than iron, hence iron will not undergo corrosion. That is oxidation, even when the zinc coating is broken due to scratches or some other mechanical stress. Sometime another source of galvanization is also taken, like tin. So if we take the tin to coat the particular metal, at that time this process is known as tinning or tin plating. This method is not so as effective as galvanization. In the case of galvanization, even the coating of zinc is found to be scratched, then also iron or the particular metal is protect from rusting. But in the case of tinning, that is tin plating, if the coating of tin means layer of tin, if get scratched or removed by the particular mechanical energy, then the particular metal start means participate in corrosion. That is, if the iron is there, it participate in rusting. So in this case, here stannous again work as anode and iron is work as cathode. So here reaction is given. Iron will undergo oxidation in preference to tin. So here if we take the both reaction, then iron here get basically work as cathode and stainless work as anode. Tinning is effective in checking the rusting of iron so long as the surface of iron is fully covered by tin. Once the tin coating is broken or scratched, then rusting will start because standard reduction potential of iron is less as compared to tin. So remember that the metal which going to coated, that should have its reduction potential more as compared to the metal of the metal which going to cover on the particular surface of metal. Next is electrical or cathodic protection. If a buried steel pipe is connected with an active metal, that is highly electropositive metal like magnesium, a voltaic cell is formed. The active metal is the anode and iron become the cathode. Wet soil or moisture form the electrolyte and electrode reaction are. In the case of electrical or cathodic protection, for example, if the pipelines are in the earth, that get corrode. But if we take that pipeline of iron with more reactive metal, then the process of corrosion can be stopped by taking the more reactive metal as compared to that pipeline. In this case, if we take the particular pipeline made by iron and we want to protect the rusting of iron, then we should take the more reactive metal in contact to that. So here magnesium is taken as more reactive metal. So magnesium will work as anode. It will get oxidized to form magnesium ion. Its potential value is minus 2.347 volt. And same time the pipeline in the earth surface that also surrounded by moisture water that work as electrolyte. So at cathode reaction, oxygen water take the electron which lose during the process of oxidation to form hydroxide ion. So in overall reaction we may write magnesium react with water and oxygen. Magnesium react with water and oxygen to form magnesium ion and hydroxide ion. So overall standard cell potential is found to be 3.6 volt. As the cathode, the iron containing steel pipe is protected from oxidation. Of course, magnesium rod is eventually consumed and must be replaced, but this is cheaper than digging up the pipeline. So here in to protect the particular pipeline that is in the earth surface by the more reactive metal, so obviously more reactive metal work as anode that will be consumed, so time to time the anode should be changed. This method is used to prevent the rusting of submarine and base line of oil refineries. Next point is alloy formation. If the particular metal is reactive and you want to protect its corrosion or rusting, at that time if another more reactive metal is mixed with it, then the mixture is formed called as alloy. So that is also responsible to check that it protect the rusting or corrosion. Tendency of iron to oxidize or to undergo corrosion can be reduced by forming its ally. For example, stainless steel is an ally of iron and chromium. So stainless steel is the mixture of iron and chromium. So here chromium protect chromium protect the iron from its rusting. The formation of a layer of chromium oxide protect the iron from rusting. Thank you.